Yes, honorable dignitaries and fellow members of the IEEE fraternity, a very good evening to one and all. Welcome to IEEE Art and Panel of Conference Organizers 2020, organized by IEEE Malabar subsection, supported by IEEE Art10. This year is the much-awaited annual event for leading conference organizers around the world to share resources and ideas with all scientific associations and non-profit conference organizers. It convenes thought leaders and decision makers to share conference leadership practices, discuss challenges in the conference landscape, envision the future, and launch new conference initiatives. With over 100 attendees from different parts of India, this is a wonderful opportunity to acquire knowledge, network, and exchange ideas. To welcome you all on this glorious occasion, it is my honor to invite one of the pillars of support of IEEE Malabar subsection, Dr. Nafisa K., Professor of EEE at MES College of Engineering, Kuttipuram, and the Chair of SITE IEEE Malabar subsection.
Thank you, Dina. Hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Respected dignitaries and participants, a very good afternoon to one and all. In 2018, we have successfully conducted Mini POCO 2018. Now, IEEE MSS is with IEEE R10 POCO 2020. Even though COVID-19 pandemic has physically separated us, it gave us an opportunity to have renowned stalwarts in a single platform. We have Dr. S.D. Madhukumar, Professor and Dean Student Welfare, NIT Calicut, and Chair IEEE MSS to address the gathering. I heartily welcome you, sir, to this program. We are honored to have Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair-elect IEEE India Council, for the inaugural address. With great pleasure and privilege, let me welcome you, sir, to POCO 2020. We are fortunate to have the founder of IEEE MSS, Dr. K.P. Mohandas, sir, former Dean, NIT Calicut, and senior life member of IEEE, for the felicitation. I proudly welcome you, sir, to this eve. I formally welcome Dr. Sabik PV, Vice Chair MSS, and moderators to this program. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the eminent speakers to POCO 2020 who will be joining with us in the subsequent sessions. It's my pleasure to welcome the vibrant coordination team of MSS, IEEE members, and all the participants to IEEE R10 POCO 2020. Once again, welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your very warm welcome. Next up, I would like to invite Dr. S.D. Madhukumar, Professor of CSE and Dean of Student Welfare at NIT Calicut, Chair of IEEE Malabar subsection, the leading light of this conference, our session chair, to address the audience.
For all 11 players of the divided by
One second. Yeah, my good afternoon all. Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, we are viewing, Suresh.
Respected Professor Mohandas sir, Dr. Suresh Nair sir, Dr. Nafisa, Dr. Sabik, and my fellow colleagues in IEEE MSS Exicom, and my dear participants or registrants to this workshop. Panel of conference organizers organized by IEEE MSS and sponsored by IEEE R10. So as Dr. Nafisa told, we are organizing this in the online mode this time, and it is scheduled or it will be conducted on today and tomorrow. So we had organized mini POCO during 2018. During November 2018, we had mini POCO organized at NIT Calicut, and that was a very big success. We had more than 100 participants from all over the state attending mini POCO. So from that experience, we have applied for hosting POCO this time. So these were some of the speakers during Mini POCO 2018. We had Professor Mohandas sir also giving a talk. Samir, all were there during Mini POCO. Now, as you are aware, these are the speakers who have signed in for delivering lectures or sharing their experience on conference organizing this time. So there are eminent people. So they have rich experience in organizing various IEEE conferences. So this is a golden opportunity for everyone to learn from this experience hands regarding how to organize a conference which is either technically or fully sponsored by IEEE. So coming to IEEE MSS this year, even though it is a pandemic time, it has been a vibrant year. Somebody's mic is on, so please mute the mic. So Roadmap to Success was actually an event which we have conducted during the month of August. So this time we had participants even from abroad. So this was also an online event. We had roughly 250 participants, even from Gulf countries, people participated. That was a big event that MSS has organized. And last month, November, we had BGB, another flagship event of IEEE MSS, Beyond Glass Barriers, that was conducted. And we had a lot of participation from all over the state for BGB also. So Roadmap to Success and BGB are two flagship events of IEEE MSS. Apart from these events, we are having a Thursday webinar series from June 1st onwards. On every Thursday from 5 to 6, we have a webinar from IEEE MSS. It is going on without any interruption. I think we have completed almost 30 webinars by this time. So these are some of the posters. So we had IIT Bombay professor giving a webinar, and we had a speaker from Canada. So we have a wide variety of topics, and we have speakers from all over the world who are kind enough to, who have been kind enough to give lectures for our webinar series. And this is an ongoing event of IEEE MSS, HackSoc. HackSoc is actually an online hackathon which we are organizing, and this is midway. Already 33 teams have registered from all over the country. We have 33 teams registered for the hackathon. The theme of this particular hackathon is on cyber security, especially on social network security. So 33 teams have submitted registration. So this is the timeline that we are following for the hackathon. So the results will be announced by January 1st week. So this is again another activity. So I'm not taking much of your time. So we are all going through a very tough time, pandemic time. But this will also pass like a kidney stone. And this is a quote that tough times never last, but tough people do. So let us be very tough, and let us try to pass this pandemic situation also. And I hope all of you will get highly benefited by attending this international workshop, POCO, Panel of Conference Organizers, organized by IEEE MSS. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. It is my absolute honor and privileged to invite the chair of IEEE India Council, a leader who has led our section in numerous capacities to great heights, Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, to deliver the inaugural address.
So dear IEEE fellow colleagues, participants, a very good evening to you all. I'm excited to be in this POCO event and thank the organizers for inviting. IEEE Kerala section has been going very high, receiving MG Outstanding Large Section Award recently. Very vibrant with thousands of events happening every year. Malabar subsection has been contributing in large shares, as we have seen just now, through the address of Dr. S.T. Madhu Kumar. So many of events, variety of events, and I see many innovative activities being conceptualized by Malabar subsection. Congratulations on that. The IEEE panel of conference organizers, lovingly called, is the annual event for leading scholarly conference organizers around the world. This event is to share resources and ideas with all scientific associations and non-profit conference organizers. POCO convenes thought leaders and decision makers to address conference leadership practices, discuss challenges in the conference landscape, envision the future, and launch new conference initiatives. The aim of this workshop is to provide an opportunity for professionals to interact among each other and also collaborate to develop a better understanding on conference management. Managing a conference requires intelligent and smart planning and organization. Thus, this brief event should be able to benefit the participant. I understand like it covers 2 days, and this will surely benefit the participant with a sufficient knowledge regarding the entire process of organizing a successful conference. Conferences can be held on in almost any topics, come in many sizes, and can be run by any number of organizations. But to be successful, a conference requires intensive time planning and resources. This POCO event will help in describing conference, why and when one might want to organize one, who might do so, and also how to go about it successfully. The event is targeted to provide a world-class learning experience and discussion from which the participants could gather sufficient knowledge regarding the process of organizing a successful conference. I have seen many experts are going to be the speakers, a long list, and all our experts, they have specific expertise in some of the specific areas too. And I thank all of them to be part of this POCO. I wish all the very best and success for this event organized by Malabar subsection of IEEE Kerala section. On behalf of Chair, she is unable to attend now. And on behalf of Chair IEEE Kerala section, I also declare this POCO event inaugurated. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of enlightenment. Next up, I would like to invite Dr. K.P. Mohandas, former Dean of Academics, PG and Research at NIT Calicut, and a Cardinal Senior Life Member of IEEE, to give the felicitation.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good evening to you all. Respected Dr. Suresh Nair, IEEE India Council Chair elect, Dr. Madhu Kumar, Chair of Malabar subsection, and my former colleague, Dr. Nafisa, another colleague of mine in MES College of Engineering, Dr. Sabik, the son of my former colleague, Dr. Mohiddin Gutti, other sincere, dedicated volunteers behind this function, and of course the participants who are the part and parcel, the most vital part of this conference of conference organizers. POCO, as you know, is a conference for the conference organizers. We get some sort of a training program for the conference organizers. And these days, you know that the other number of institutions are coming up with organizing conference, especially educational institutions. And we thought the IEEE Council and other Region 10, we thought better we have a formal training session for the conference organizers. With that intention, of course, we had an NIT Calicut a mini POCO, and now we are having a full-fledged session. Of course, there are a lot of differences between 2018 and 2020. As you know that from 2019 December onwards, that is to be precise, December 8th onwards, we are going to a very difficult phase. And the conference, of course, earlier we had only two types of conferences, the national conferences and international conferences. National conferences are mainly the participants are the speakers from inside the country. International conference, of course, we had a few delegates from outside, also a few speakers from outside. But now we have come to face with another type of conference. That is the type of conference that we are now going through. It could be called a digital conference or a virtual conference. I don't know. I am not sure what is the right terminology for that. So whatever is the type of conference, of course, the purpose is very clear, because after all, this gives you an opportunity for especially researchers to come together, share their recent findings, discuss with their colleagues or friends who are working in similar area, and of course take guidance from the seniors who will be giving a maybe chair in the session or giving keynote address and all. So that way, of course, the purpose of the conference is not very much different, but the operational platform things have changed a lot. Maybe these changes are likely to continue for some more time. Of course, probably, we hope sincerely that the COVID scare will be over maybe within a month or two. But still, along with the physical conferences, the virtual conference also will continue, mainly because there are so many plus points for the virtual conference. I'd like to highlight a few points about the difference between so-called physical conference and virtual conference. Of course, you know that one of the major advantages of this virtual conference is that a lot of effort in the organization of the conference is removed. For example, when you are conducting a physical conference, a planning has to start at least about and 6 to 8 months for a national conference. I start with the call for papers and so on and so forth. But the physical arrangements in the venue where the conference is being held is the most difficult one, because the organizers, the volunteers have to run for arrange for the auditorium, arrange for the public address system, and arrange for the accommodation and transportation of the invited speakers. Maybe on request, they arrange for the accommodation of the participants and so forth. And of course, while the conference is going on, arrange for the food and refreshments and so on and so forth. So all these things have a lot of effort from the organizers and the people who are working behind the scene. Of course, some of these things, major things, are now absent in the so-called virtual conferences. So that's a definite advantage. Of course, other logistics like calling for papers and all those review of the papers, everything will continue as it is. But now, when you have such an opportunity, you have such a situation, because what is required in a so-called virtual conference is a good platform where you can meet people. Because now, for example, this conference, there may be many participants from different parts of the country, maybe from outside also. So that's a tremendous opportunity, because we had limitations of travel and time for travel and all those things. That limitation is removed. And yet another advantage is in the sense that the amount of money spent on organizational effort is very much reduced. Because earlier, when we were conducting conference in NIT Calicut and so on, see, we cannot raise all the money from within the institute. And it was probably it is not expected also. We had to look for conference sponsors, and we had to virtually go to different institutions and ask for the mercy, so that we could collect a reasonably good amount, so that we can complete the organizational part of the conference in a nice way. So that's a major effort. But that, of course, the virtual conference is comparatively that way. The monetary component is comparatively reduced, and you will find probably many institutions may be able to come up with the organization, provided they have a good platform. What is required is a very good platform. Maybe it could be the Zoom Meet that we are trying, Google Meet, maybe platform. When we need so what is required is once you choose the platform, we need an internet connection. Of course, things have improved a lot nowadays, because very often Wi-Fi and internet connectivity is available most of the places. And of course, in addition to that, what is required is, of course, the power supply has to be uninterrupted, and of course, people can use the mobile itself. So these are the plus points. But what is required is reasonably, especially for the organizers, a thorough knowledge about the platform, how the platform can most time is available free of cost, and probably how many hours, if you are having 1 hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, you have to make some payment and make sure that uninterrupted availability is there for the platform for your purpose, because there are a large number of functions going on. And of course, the limitations of the equipment or the hardware and the software and the platform, etc., will be there. That's a major thing. And of course, as far as the participants are concerned, well, of course, recently, just now, a few minutes back, people were tinkering with the vessels and all those things. So the participants, at least, they should have the be courteous enough to switch off the audio when somebody is speaking, so that at least whatever disturbance that is happening within their, where they are sitting, will not be through. Because I had giving a few webinars, and of course, in between, while I was talking, I could see a lot of children crying, or maybe the cats snarling and all those things. Such things should not happen, because some sort of discipline from the participants also expected, so that they will at least mute the mic. Maybe some of them may not know, but proper instruction has to be given to them. Otherwise, these virtual conferences can be a really mess, because we have seen, go to some of them where we had to wait for minutes, and whatever time lost is always, it's for all the people who are part of the participants and the people, the time is lost. Of course, unfortunately, we belong to the older generation where we used to teach our students face to face. Unfortunately, we because in the old timers, we are not very much used to talking to an audience in a blindfolded way. We are not able to see their face. And of course, now, normally in a class and all, it's an inspiration for us to see their faces. Maybe they will be able to raise a few questions. So that way we could enjoy that, but probably because we have to change with the times, we are not able to do that right now. But I hope this conference that is going on today and tomorrow, the participants, the delegates who are eagerly waiting for the major discussions on the different aspects, I hope somebody will be talking on the different platforms and the availability and the modus operandi and all those things. I think there is one session is there on that. So because these virtual conferences come to stay, whether the COVID will be going on very soon, but still probably this is a good alternative, and therefore people may go in for, in addition to the national and international physical conferences, the virtual conference also will be there. So I hope the participants and will be benefited by these discussions, and they will be able to get the information either in recorded form or in handout form, and then go to this and try to help their own institutions in conduct of simple or small or mini or big conferences in the future. I take this opportunity to thank Sabik, Madhukumar, and other volunteers for giving me an opportunity to speak to you, because I'm almost in a semi-retirement stage. Since this is an online session, I could come and talk to you. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Just a quick reminder to the participants to mute your microphones while the speakers are speaking, so as not to inconvenience the speakers during their session. Let us all strive to be a part of a very smooth and engaging program. POCO 2020 is envisaged to be an integration of collaboration, information, and inspiration. Let us now take a glimpse at what IEEE Art in POCO 2020 entails with a short video. That was a very interesting video, and we have now understood what IEEE Art in POCO 20 would be for the next 2 days. Signing off the inaugural ceremony, it is my honor to invite Dr. Sabik PV, Associate Professor of ECE at KMCT College of Engineering for Women and Vice Chair at IEEE Malabar Subsection, to give the word of thanks.
Thank you, Dina. Good afternoon, one and all. It has been our pleasure to host an international workshop panel of conference organizers, POCO 2020, through virtual mode. We are fortunate to have some eminent persons from academia and industries who are passionate IEEE volunteers and ready to deliver talk on relevant topics related to best conference practices specific to IEEE. This workshop will give a complete idea of organizing an IEEE conference. I'm sure that the participants will be benefited by attending this workshop. This event is supported by IEEE R10. Hence, first and foremost, I thank IEEE R10 for granting permission to conduct this event at MSS. I take this opportunity to thank sincerely our chief guest, Dr. Suresh Nair sir, Chair IEEE India Council, for kindly accepting our invitation and gracing the inaugural function in spite of his busy schedule. I'm also thankful to Ms. Sharada ma'am, who had consented to be here for the function. Due to unavoidable circumstances, she couldn't. She was a person who took initiation for bringing this event at MSS. I'm also thankful to Dr. KP Mohandas sir, former professor and Dean NIT Calicut, and a very senior member of IEEE fraternity and founder chair of IEEE Malabar subsection, for attending the inaugural function and felicitating the occasion. He is always an inspiring man to all members of IEEE MSS. I am also thankful to Dr. Madhumar sir, Chair IEEE Malabar subsection, Professor and Dean NIT Calicut, for providing valuable advices as and when required for the session. Without his presence, it will be very difficult to organize such a workshop. I am also thankful to Dr. Samir sir, Secretary IEEE R10, for giving initial inputs during the preparatory work of the conference. I am also thankful to Dr. Gilesh sir, Vice Chair IEEE Kerala section, for rendering his help in organizing the workshop. I also take this opportunity to thank all the participants in showing their interest for attending this workshop. Surely this will benefit you and make you to organize a conference at your destination. I'm also thankful to Mr. Sean and Mr. Sriram for providing valuable inputs in organizing the conference. I also thank my colleagues, Dr. Nafisa and Dr. Rajesh R from organizing committee, for sharing their thoughts and bringing out a good workshop. I also thank all the executive committee members of MSS for giving moral support during the organization of this workshop. My thanks also goes to all student volunteers who have given their precious time in organizing, in particular, Mr. Solomon, Mr. Rohit, Ms. Dina, Ms. Anjana, Mr. Basil, Ms. Shabiba, and others who have directly or indirectly helped in organizing this workshop. Lastly, if I missed anyone, I praise my sincere thanks to them too. All the best for all the participants, and make use of both days effectively. Thanking you all once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very kind words. And with this, we have come to an end of the inaugural ceremony of IEEE Art in POCO 2020. We hope the sessions coming up would edify and engage you to the